had to restart the live. It's having a YouTube update. Got 1 like and 0 viewers. I guess there's a ghost in the house. Welcome in, ghosts. Hey Jason, sorry I had to restart the live. I got it started and then all of a sudden I needed a YouTube update, so I had to restart it. Can you hear me? Is the microphone working just fine? All right. Hey Lambretta, welcome in. I missed all the comments on the first chat. I love Jeremy. Hey Sabby, welcome in, you guys. I already had the Safeway staff come out and ask me if I can leave, but I basically told him, I asked him if I'm on public grounds right now, and he said the sidewalk is public, so I'm allowed to be here, allowed to do what I'm doing. So I said, okay, well, respectfully, I'm gonna keep doing it. Yeah, VSL, I started a new one. The app was like, you need to update your YouTube, so I had to close out, and then it wouldn't open, and it was bugging. But check out my new sign, y'all. This is how I'm gonna reach a lot of people today. A big ass QR code to hell. Does that look forward to you guys or backwards? All right, I think we're all set. Now we're waiting backwards. Okay. YouTube do be like that. So how's everyone's Christmas? What's new? Thanks for being here, you guys. Thanks for tagging me in a post, Anna. I'm actually really bad about sharing my stuff. Oh wow, the QR code works even if it's backwards. Yeah, I made this in Canva, and I basically was able to print it out and patch them together, and I think it turned out all right. It's just super temporary. Like if it started raining, my sign might get ruined. But what I'm gonna do now is go stand on the street corner and show some people my new sign. Yeah, I don't personally appreciate Safeway staff coming out here asking me to move along because they don't like the press or whatever, but this is a public way. I'm allowed to be here. Just want to pick a safe spot. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Axel, that's a cool sign. Thank you, man. I made it just now. It took like 15 minutes because I made it in a rush. Martin was left behind. Not Martin! Backwards. Right on. Glad you guys are here. The opposite side says, should animals have rights? What do you think of that? Yeah. Make sure I'm visible on camera so you can see the people. Let's see. I want to pull up the YouTube live on my phone so I can see what's happening. Working on it. I'm getting there. Technical difficulties. I need one person to come and take a picture. Switch the camera angle up a little. I think what I'll do is I'll leave the camera over here so I can go stand on the street, and then whenever I get people for an interview, I can bounce over there, if that makes any sense. This would be interesting on the freeway too. Welcome in, everyone. If you're just getting here, my name is Daniel. This is my hometown, St. Helens, Oregon. And I've come to a big revelation that animals are individuals and they deserve moral consideration, and that we should be vegan. If you're not vegan, then watch this film on this QR code. Just screenshot and watch that film and decide if it's something that you want to continue to participate in. Great question. Do animals deserve rights? Do animals deserve rights? The rights to vote? Should they have rights to their own body? I'll get this flow down one day for activism. It just feels so clunky. I don't know if I'm in the screen. Anna's posting me like crazy all over the place. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Let's see. What is the perplexing question of the day, you guys? I'll tell you what the perplexing question of the day is. It is... Does animal exploitation cause war? What do you guys think? Is war caused by animal exploitation? You think there could be a correlation that if the world was vegan, we would not have war? Could compassion have that kind of an effect on us as a society? I think it can. How about this one? This will turn some eyes. Let's see what people say. Lamb says animals should have rights to their own body, and not to be exploited and killed. Absolutely nothing. Yeah. Yeah, actually the technologies that we have learned from animal exploitation have been adopted to use for war. If you think about it. I mean, human transport trucks were used during the Holocaust. Gas chambers, the same technology that was developed to use for the pigs. Technically, it's possible that parking lots are not public. Excuse me, do you have 5 minutes for a quick interview? I'm doing a YouTube live.
Unfortunately, I have to go give my dog his medicine.
Okay, no worries. Let's see, so technically it's possible that parking lots are not public property. Most parking lots in Utah are privately owned. Protesting is super hard. That's why I'm going to go back to the train stations. Yeah, I feel that, Axel. Sometimes, especially in America, it's hard to find a place where we can practice free speech. Isn't that fascinating? One time I went to a college campus, Portland Community College, and while I was there, campus security told me that I can't be there. What kind of craziness is that? Oh yeah, this guy's taking. Small farmer town. People are rolling by taking pictures of Dominion. Let's go. Let's see. War drives innovation. Yes, Jason, you're totally right. Most of our technologies that we have come from literally war. However, there's a better virtue than destruction. It's the virtue of exploring space. I think that's what humanity is born to do, is to explore, not to destroy, to create. All right, we got 10 likes already. Can't complain. I'm not sure. I don't know about you guys, but I don't drive with my phone out ready to take pictures of guys with QR codes, but I don't know. Maybe it's an effective method. What I'd rather do is make a QR code stencil. You know what I'm saying? And a little red spray paint. Wow, it got really empty right here all of a sudden. Turning some heads here. Some people are interested in looking. Hey man, you have a couple minutes? You never know who's taking a picture of this Dominion sign. I definitely made it big enough. I mean, bam. Have you seen a bigger Dominion sign? Welcome in, Alpha Gal. Your name cracks me up. It's like Alpha Gal is just karma incarnate. Okay, blow a head gasket. It's kind of an eerie day. It always is after Christmas. I heard a pastor this morning say, during the winter there tends to be two different kinds of reactions. Number one is you're just so energetic about everything, you waste all your energy and you get pooped, or you basically become a hermit, you stay inside. And I'm the latter. I want to try to stay inside, but I canceled too many things over the last few days. I feel like I was supposed to go to a rave, canceled that. We were supposed to do a vigil, but you know, plans change. Axel says, I need to make videos, but I'm trying to heat up my foot because my tendon is still tense. Need to make sure it's okay for the 33. Definitely take care of it. Bath salts I've heard help pretty good. Jason says, I'm weaponizing Alpha Gal, posting AI vegan recipes. Oh, I think we have a savior. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, Satanic Stefan, welcome in. You got a pretty hardcore name. Let's see, I'm gonna go stand out by the road. This might be better on the freeway where people stop and take pictures. Oh, over here. I know they can see this. Axel says I take ice baths in the morning, and no, I'm putting the rice pack on my tendon. The number one response we hear from vegans, from longtime actual vegans, is that they wish they had gone vegan sooner. So my question is, are you going to wish you went vegan sooner for the animals? Or boycott this horrific practice? Hey, you got a couple minutes?
No, that's all right.
I'm doing an interview and on YouTube Live.
That's okay.
No? All right, feel free to stop by. Limited opportunity here in St. Helens. How are we doing? Can't say I've ever done an ice bath. Howdy. I'm doing a YouTube Live interviews. Do you want to try? What are we doing in the chat? We got 12 likes and 11 people. All right. It's always amazing to me to see how many people actually viewed a live stream after you're done. Because you'll go back and you'll look at the analytics and it'll say like 300 viewers when there was only like 11 people in the chat. Makes me wonder how that happens. Take a picture. Take a picture. Watch Dominion. Go vegan. Go vegan. You know vegan? You think animals deserve respect? You think it's respectful to eat them? Think about it. Watch Dominion. Nope, they did not get it. They said, "Yep, it's respectful. It's respectful to eat someone." Stefan says, "I've always loved animals. Wanted to be a vet. Can't believe it took 30 years to click." Right? That's what terrified me, is that I had never even thought about the fact that these were body parts, someone's body parts that they wanted. How did it take me so long? 24 for me, Stefan. So if the number one thing that vegans say is they wish they had gone vegan, I want that to change. I want, in the future, vegans to say, I wish I had become active sooner. I wish I had done more. Because the animals, every single day, were being deprived of their lives for optional products, while I did nothing. That's not right. There's a lot of people out today. They're just all over the place. What I like about this QR code is it doesn't actually show people what the agenda is here, so they don't get offended right away. Instead, they look into it a little. And then when they see how those pigs are put into scalding tanks and rotated to get all the hairs off their bodies so that we can eat their flesh, maybe they'll have a little shame. Let's see, Axel says, I wish that too. I wish I started being more active the moment I went vegan. I know. There's a guy who goes out with anti-animal use, Nick, grass-fed human, and he's been vegan 1 year and he's already active, and I'm like really impressed by him. Abby says, do the hearts go mental when I do this? A lot of people driving around. No interviews yet. Hi, my two. Welcome in. I think freeway would be a better place for this sign. This looks like a freeway sign. I thought about getting one of those little unfolding, like bifold signs. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like that could be really effective. Like businesses have. They just kind of set it up. I'm getting hungry. My too. You might want to do a little education before you open your mouth about veganism. You might be on the wrong side. I think you might. Lenny and Larry's complete protein cookie. 16 grams of plant-based protein in one serving. Not bad. Yeah, people are looking over. There's a lot of protesters right now, but they're not protesting what I'm protesting. They're out here protesting Trump. I've seen a lot of Republicans against Trump. We got 15 people in the chat. Put a 1 if you're vegan. Put a 2 if you're interested in vegan. Put a 3 if you're not interested at all and you're actually more interested in abusing animals. Let's hear it. Matthew Kittle, vegan. Lamb's vegan. Jason's vegan. Come on, you guys. Look at all these wonderful vegans. What is so scary about mercy and respect for sentient individuals? Sabby, Stefan, Axel, look at that. We got tons of vegans here. And people still have the audacity to come up to us and tell us it's impossible to do exactly what we're doing with ease. Let's go, it's David. What's up? Sorry about my eating a cookie in your guys' ear. I don't know if I'm in view here. We got cars coming from all sorts of directions, and I've seen a few people snap photos of my QR code. Dominion. It's the worst film to ever exist. If you guys are just joining, we are in St. Helens, Oregon, doing some street vegan outreach, educating the people on veganism and giving resources. A lot of people think it's difficult to be vegan. It is not difficult at all. Not in 2025. Hey guys, you have a couple minutes? No? Another option, I could swap back over to the opposite side. I just like this side because it's sunny and a lot more cars from my big giant Dominion sign. Yep, like and subscribe. Anna says, thank you for being out there today. Of course, I'm glad to be out here. Force myself out of my house. Yep, nice job, David. It's amazing to see you so active. You're always doing something different, like day after day after day, all different kinds of protests. It's really incredible, really inspiring. I appreciate what you're doing, David. You're inspiring many. It's the butterfly effect in action. We don't need to get them all. $185,000 views today. Wow, nice job, 40. I don't want to get people pulled over or nothing for snapping a photo of a QR code. Crazy. Wow, there's people everywhere. Hey, do you have a couple of minutes? I'm doing a YouTube live interviews. You want to try it?
Sure.
All right, come on over.
Interview.
I'll tell you all about it. My name's Daniel. What's yours?
Jerry.
Jerry. So I want to ask people if they think that animals deserve respect.
Obviously, yes.
Obviously, yes, you agree with me because they can feel pain and emotions just like we can, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
So like you'd be against like dog fighting, for example, or
yep.
what about the zoo?
The zoo.
Yeah.
You mean caging animals for? So, I look at that a couple different ways. I don't agree with a lot of it,
Mhm.
but they help preserve species.
The
So,
zoos do.
A lot of the zoos do, yeah.
But
So-
isn't that what a sanctuary does?
Yeah.
So what do zoos do?
Zoos do some of the same things, but they profit off of it. But
Right.
so do a lot of sanctuaries.
Right. Well, I mean,
So
The-
if you go down to Roseburg, go south down there, Wildlife Safari is a sanctuary,
mhm.
but they profit.
Yeah.
So, and they have to, otherwise they wouldn't be able to take care of the animals.
Right. Well, one, the zoo, for example, is exploiting the animals for entertainment. The function of a zoo is entertainment. Would you agree?
To a point, yes.
Yeah. But regardless of the function, would you agree that animals still deserve respect and basic autonomy of their own body? Or do you think that their body belongs to you?
I don't think their body doesn't belong to me any more than my body belongs to me.
Exactly. So, what about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses and hang up by their ankles and we behead them
I
for
don't like,
optional products?
so, again, I'm a meat eater, so there has to be a way to feed the masses.
No doubt.
I don't care for like in, I believe it's South Dakota, somewhere back over there, one of the legislatures passed a lot of laws that you can't sue corporations. And then he got in with a big pork company and created these silo pigs. So that type of stuff is wrong. Caged animals for growth, like chickens, should be range-free chickens.
Right.
Pigs should be able to wander around a farm like they were intended to be.
No doubt. There's a lot of lies in the animal agriculture industry, and one of them is about the lovely conditions these animals are raised in when ultimately their lives are taken against their will, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of veganism?
So being a vegan,
Vegan, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think it means?
most vegans I talk to, there's a couple of them. Some of them are just, I don't eat dairy, or something like that, or just, I don't eat meat, but I eat all these other processed products.
Processed, right. Well,
So veganism to me, if a true vegan should be somebody that subsists off their garden.
well, that's not it necessarily, because veganism, the original definition from the 1980s, was a principle that we should live without exploiting animals, right? Do you know what exploiting means?
Oh, yeah.
To take from, maybe unconsensually. So that's the idea of veganism. It's not just a diet. It's a rejection of all forms of animal exploitation,
Okay.
because, you know, their body, their choice, just like you said. Right? Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Doing good. I'm doing an interview with him right now. I'll talk with you in just a second. So is there anything preventing you from being vegan?
Anything preventing me from being vegan?
Yeah,
I don't
because,
exploit animals.
well, you, there seems to be a contradiction because you say the animals deserve respect, but that you eat their flesh.
Yes, I do.
Do you think that can be respectful to eat their flesh?
So, what are you going to live on? Let me ask you that. What do you-
Plant-based food. Most of the food,
plant-based
I mean-
what is the, how are they going to supply the United States with plant-based foods at this point?
because
can't.
they already do.
They can't.
No, you're telling me that I can't be vegan because I'm vegan.
No, you can be vegan, but I'm saying the supply is not there for every person in America to subsist off that.
Right, that's why my question was not about every person in America, but about you personally.
Me personally?
Yeah, can you be
I'm a
vegan?
meat eater.
Right. Well,
I was raised to eat meat.
me too.
I'm a meat and potatoes guy.
That's how I was
Always
raised.
have been all my life.
It was just meat and cheese for me. That's basically all my diet was before I went vegan.
Well, that wasn't all my diet. I grew up on a farm. So to me, animals are meant to be harvested. That's it.
But do you think that's okay
Yes.
to harvest animals?
Yes.
Would it be okay to harvest humans?
So now, I guess if there's a higher species that can do that.
Yeah, let's say artificial intelligence. Is it okay for artificial intelligence to exploit us?
I think that's up to the people. I don't think it's right to exploit anything,
Well,
but I don't think.
yeah,
I don't
'cause
feel that
exploitation-
I'm exploiting.
Right. I understand
These
that you don't feel that way, but you're financing them to be murdered.
How am I financing?
Have you ever heard of supply and demand?
Yeah,
The way it works is the more you demand, the more they supply. The less you demand, the less they supply.
right.
So those animals, victims, their blood is on the hands of the consumers who finance it,
That's true.
right? Which would be you,
So, I hunt.
right?
Most of my meat is wild game. Probably 90% of my meat is wild game.
And is that ethical?
Yeah.
Would it be ethical to hunt you if you were a wild game?
If there's a higher species that can do it,
Oh,
what am I
okay.
gonna say
So,
about it?
so you're saying might makes right.
No, I'm saying that in this world, forever, as a species, we have hunted game to survive. We didn't eat as vegans.
Yeah.
all
What,
the time.
what I'm talking about is compassion, because we don't have to
I
live
have compassion
with
for the
exploiting
that I
animals.
hunt.
Well, not if you're murdering them against their will. Do you think they want to die?
I don't think anything necessarily wants to die, but I
Right.
don't think they're out there thinking about that.
Well, when you take their life,
And when I
they're
take
not
their
having a good
lives-
time.
When I take their lives,
Right.
I do it in a clean and ethical manner. I make sure that they die instantly.
But
They
if
don't
it's
suffer,
against their will and it's
how do I
for an
know it's against
optional,
their will?
well, it's for an optional product. You know it's against their will because they run. That's why they call it hunting.
They call it fishing too.
Yeah, and that's not right either to pull them out of the water. That's like suffocating a human or drowning a human.
So that depends on the way you look at life.
In what way? You're telling me that animals deserve respect, but it's okay to harvest and farm them.
So every animal that I take, I honor that animal by planting something in its place. I do the same thing as the natives used to do.
You don't get your animal products from the grocery stores and trust
I
the
try
big.
not to. I just told
factory
you,
farms?
95% of my meat comes from wild animals.
Right,
I
well,
hunt elk,
I'm-
I hunt
today-
deer, I hunt antelope.
Today, my heart
fish.
hurts for the animals, and I'm praying for the ones that you've hunted and the ones that you've purchased.
That's up to you.
Right.
You know,
Um,
my life is my life. This is the way I see my life. I am a hunter-gatherer.
Yeah. Did you know that in the egg industry they kill the boy chicks at birth?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you know in the dairy industry they kill the boys at birth too?
Didn't know that.
They forcibly impregnate the women
probably turn them into veal.
every single. Yeah, exactly. Veal comes from dairy. Do you
Yeah.
agree with veal?
So this has all been processed throughout the years. When I grew up, none of that stuff was going on. We didn't purposely impregnate things except with a steer
Yeah.
or a bull.
Well, that's
Steers don't impregnate. Excuse me.
well.
So, but that's natural selection. I mean,
That's not natural selection.
that's-
It's artificial
if-
insemination. They're
if-
opposites.
If you're putting a bull on a cow, that's not artificial insemination.
Yeah. What they do is they jack off the bull to get the semen,
No,
and then
I just
they
told you
they
if you're
inject
putting
it
a bull on a cow, they're mating.
for children that you exploit and use, and secretions that
So
you
you're-
exploit and
you're-
use.
You're saying that
Exploitation
no
is
animal.
wrong.
So if you don't do this with any animals, how are you going to manage the population of animals?
What are you talking about? Most of the animals on the planet are farmed.
Yeah, but you're saying they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be mated. They shouldn't be doing any of this other stuff. So if they're free range, if everything is free range
Mm-hmm.
and allowed to do whatever it wants to do, how are you
Sure.
going to control things?
Howdy. What do you mean control things? I'm talking
How are
about
you gonna-
compassion.
How are you going to manage populations? So deer herds and elk herds sometimes grow so big that they eat themselves out of food.
Hmm.
How is that compassionate to let them starve like that?
Because it takes less land use to be vegan. It requires way more land use.
You didn't answer my question. How is it compassionate to let these animals starve? It's not. It's not compassionate to
I'm
let
not talking about letting animals starve. I'm talking about you
But
stop demanding for animals to be exploited.
I'm not exploiting animals. I told
No,
you.
no, yeah, you are.
95% of my animals come from the wild. If you want to call that exploitation, you're welcome to. I call it hunting gathering.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's exploiting wild animals.
But if we didn't harvest, and the word is harvest, it's not exploiting. If we didn't harvest wild animals, they would grow out of control, eat themselves out of house and home, and starve to death.
Okay,
How is that compassionate?
that's not what I'm talking about. That's a red herring
I'm
argument.
just expanding your argument.
That's a red herring argument. It's
Okay.
a change of topic.
No,
You
it's
agree
not a
that
change
animals
of
deserve
topic.
respect?
You want them, you
And
don't
that
want
it's okay
people
to harvest
to do
them.
this, to harvest animals. But
Do you know how a QR code works?
yes, I do.
So there's a film on there called Dominion I want you to watch. It
Sure.
shows the standard industry practice of how animals are turned into products.
Well, I know how that happens.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid. I watch all the.
If you can watch that and not
programs,
vomit, then you deserve a gold medal.
I'll give it
Right?
a try.
Yeah, give it a try. Hey, thanks for stopping.
You bet. Have a good day.
Yeah, respect the animals.
Eat a hamburger.
I did. It's vegan. There's vegan hamburgers in there. You don't have to.
There are
You don't have to abuse animals for a living.
To me, all that vegan stuff simply tastes like dirt.
Yeah, well, try again. It's 2025. You haven't tried it.
I don't know why you're getting angry at me.
Oh no, I'm getting defensive for the animals. Because you're their oppressor. Hey, it's Chip. He says, well done, Daniel. Thank you, Chip. That was an interesting conversation. I always love it when people are willing to stop and talk. Really cool. In the small town, especially. Angry my ass. Yeah. Right, Savvy? I'm like, that's angry? If you think that's angry, you should have a longer conversation with me. I'm sure I'll get there. You know what's got me so frustrated lately is people saying that you shouldn't be upset when you're doing vegan outreach because it's a bad image. Like, you know what? If it was slavery and we were out here yelling at people, if it was human slavery, I would be out here yelling at people, stop enslaving people. It's not okay. But what about my fragile ego? Exactly. I don't know if I was in the camera view that time. Exactly. Stop tone policing. All right, we got our big ass Dominion sign here. Showing the public, hoping some people take pictures. Let's see, Savvy says, please don't take away from my nom-noms. There's always these like empty periods while all the cars just disappear for a moment. I wonder if some other activists would be more comfortable doing outreach that was just holding signs. Because this is easy to do. Anyone can hold a sign. U.S. activism is different. Did good, my guy. He was jumping topics like crazy. Don't blame you, losing track of what. Exactly, yeah. There was some points in time where I was like, he's telling me that I'm unethical for being vegan because of, I don't know, wild animals dying or something. Makes absolutely no sense. kind of want to put a little, like, take a picture emoji on here so people know to take a picture of it. Because as soon as you take the picture, the link shows up. Even meat trolls driving by could snap a photo and pull it up later. It's actually kind of sunny today. Still not vegan because I don't want to be vegan. Simple. That is painfully simple, sir. If you believe that animals deserve respect, that is painfully simple. There's a lot more to it than that. I much prefer interviews to holding signs waiting. She waved, she seemed friendly. So hard to get people to just stop and listen. Oh, dropped my mic. Well, we have a quiet parking lot. See how I'm doing on my battery. We're doing fine on battery. Time moves so slow when I'm out here. Do you guys feel like that when you're outreaching? Like time just slows down? When foot traffic is slow, we just hold space for the animals. You are always effective. That was awesome. Thank you, Anna. 20 people in the chat. What's up? Welcome in, you guys. If you're here for the animals, drop a like. Make sure to subscribe. We're getting more active. Dun, 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 dun. I think people try to avoid looking, honestly. Aw, that cute little doggo. That dog is like mouse sized. Rat sized. Hello. Do you have a couple minutes?
After I'm done with these bags, yeah.
Okay. No worries either way. I'm very bundled up. I'm just waiting on the vegan twitching, maybe a nutrient deficiency causing uncontrollable muscle spasms. I consume animal products. I don't twitch. Coincidence? Coincidence? Maybe a conspiracy, or maybe it's magnesium. Have you tried magnesium? Because that's what does that. Take magnesium when your muscles are sore. Not sure how much longer I'm going to be out. I'd like to do another hour, but we'll see if we have some good conversations or not. Definitely get lots of eyes on my sign. Let me take a picture. Okay, I'll be patient. Hey, do you have a couple minutes for an interview?
Not right now. I just had surgery. I just had to get water.
Oh, okay, take care. Yeah. Busy people. Take a picture of it. Oh yeah, this guy's taking a picture. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. You see that? Take a picture of it. I got 2 people take a picture just now. Maybe vegans. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Uh-oh, he stopped. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. He pulled it up and gave me a peace sign. That's what I'm talking about. Might have an interview too. That's cool. So apparently the trick is to just ask people to take a picture of it as they're rolling by. Be like, yo, take a picture. Welcome in, Moira Gloucestershire. How'd I do on your name? Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Appreciate you guys being here. 22 people. That's like an all-time record for me. Look at that. It almost looks like we know what we're doing. But we don't. Oh, hey, I know that person. That's one of my biggest fears is running into people that I personally know and then coming out here. I don't know why that's like terrifying. Maybe it's because it's my hometown. But there's no suffering worse than what the animals are going through. Not that that justifies anything, but this is comfortable. 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock in Oregon. How y'all doing? Welcome in if you guys are just getting here. We're doing outreach, vegan outreach in the small town of St. Helens, Oregon. And we're sharing this right here. You ready? Take a screenshot. Now's the time. Screenshot your screen. If you have not seen this film Dominion, screenshot it and go to there. That's going to show you how animals are turned into quote unquote products. Animals are not products. They're individuals. They have a capacity for emotional and physical suffering. They deserve respect. Not to be farmed like inanimate objects or like plants. What is wrong with people? Maybe Dominion would make a good bumper sticker. I would do that. I'm just worried that people would see it and get aggressive on the road or something. Awkward. It's a link to a film called Dominion. It's a film that shows the standard industry practice of how animals are turned into products.
You were here the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I did not say this the other day. Right now you're on a property.
Oh, the other Safeway guy came out this morning or at 1 o'clock. Yeah, I think it was him. He said there was a manager coming or something, and he said that the sidewalk is public, and he said it's okay for me to be on this spot. You're welcome to take a picture and see the film if you'd like.
I don't have a camera.
You don't?
No.
Okay. It's called Dominion. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Dominion. Oh, you don't have YouTube? Oh, really? You might have a hard time watching this one. I can give you a resource to look into it. I've got a card. Okay. I can give you this card right here. It shows you one side is a link to this film and one side is a link to our
I
organization.
don't know how to do that.
It's called, you basically just find someone with a phone who can help you and have them take a picture of it and it'll take you to the link. So you can see our organization and you can also see the film, right? That way you can decide if you want to continue to be a part of that system. You don't want to.
I've seen things.
Have you ever thought about being vegan?
No.
Do you know what vegan is?
Yes.
Right. Original definition is principle that we should live without exploiting animals. That's something that you agree
Believe
with?
in eating eggs.
What's that?
You eat eggs?
No, because in the egg industry, they kill the boys at birth. They kill them at birth. They hatch them just to figure out the gender,
That's not true.
and they put them in a big macerator. Well, industry standard practices
No,
right
we
here.
used to raise chickens for Linden Farms.
Right. Yeah.
When
I'm talking
the
about.
eggs are hatched, they knew what females and males are before the eggs are even
Right.
hatched.
I'm an investigator. I investigate these farms, and the same products that you sell in here, the chicks are blended up on their first day of life because they're not profitable. And just the same as with the dairy industry, they kill the boys at birth because they're not profitable either.
Yeah, our friends had goats. They had a goat dairy, and that's what they would do with male goats.
You sure you don't want to look into this more? Consider going vegan for the animals. You know, it's a compassionate thing. I'm Daniel. What was yours? Good to meet you. Could you guys hear that conversation? It was the Safeway manager or something. She came in and she was asking she was telling me that I'm not allowed to be here, and I told her that I am, and she said okay and shook my hand. Funny. And then I told her to watch Dominion. Eventually she agreed to it. Awesome. I love it. How we doing in the chat? Got VSL and Axel and U-Tops. What's up, U-Tops? Not sure when you snuck in. Oh, genderless enigma. He said, what is untrue about Dominion? Dominion just shows the industry, oopsie daisy, industry standard practices. The Safeway lady thought that eggs were totally fine. She didn't understand why vegans boycott eggs, but I explained to her that the chicks are blended up alive, and she didn't seem to believe me until I told her that I'm an investigator. So that might be a strategy, if you get what I'm saying. Hello, sir. Do you have a couple of minutes?
What?
Do you have a couple of minutes?
What do you need?
I'm doing a YouTube live interview, asking people some thought-provoking questions.
Some what provoking questions?
Thought-provoking questions
Oh.
about animals. Do you want to try?
Man, not really, but what about the animals?
Well, I want to ask if you think that animals deserve respect.
Of course.
Right. Do you think it's respectful to exploit them for optional products
Like what?
like meat, milk, and eggs?
Eggs?
Yeah.
Chickens?
All right. In the egg industry, they blend up the male chicks on their first day of life because they're deemed unprofitable. So if
you
you-
know, do you eat eggs?
I don't. I'm vegan. Have you ever heard of vegan before?
No.
It's the principle that we should live without exploiting animals. Right?
Well, you're to be commended.
Thank you. Is there anything preventing you from being vegan and maybe applying your own morals?
I do have morals, but
Right.
maybe not by your standard.
Right.
And I've eaten eggs and meat my whole life. And how do I change
How do I
that?
change it? Right. Well, I watched a documentary and I went vegetarian overnight.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I
I
was
know you
still
can.
supporting it. For example, the thing that really helps is to put yourself in the position of the victims, of the animals. For example, do you know why cows produce milk?
assuming so that their babies can eat.
Right. The same reason that humans produce milk is because they've been impregnated. And so we forcibly impregnate them every year of their life until they've met a quarter of their lifespan where they're slaughtered and turned into veal. The boys, however, are killed at birth. Have you ever seen boy cows around here? They're rare.
Bulls.
Bulls, they're rare because they kill them because they don't produce milk and people buy milk. But veganism is saying, I don't want to support any of this. My personal morals say it's wrong to exploit and to live compassionately.
Well, I agree, but you know, we all got to eat, and maybe you can change. I don't know. I've never thought about changing.
Right.
To
That's
save
exactly why I'm here.
an animal.
I want you, I'm here so you think about it. It took me 24 years to think, this is someone's leg. Someone wanted to keep this leg and use this leg. And I'm paying for it. They're victims because of me.
Well, now wait a second. What do you mean you're paying for it?
Well, do you know how supply and demand works?
Yeah.
The more you demand, the more they supply. So the more animal products you demand, the more sentient souls.
What do you mean by you're paying for it? Through suffering?
No.
For the animals?
I mean the grocery store. When you go in there, you pay for it with your dollars. That money
Well, shit,
finances.
it's been that way since the beginning of time.
Right, but what you pay for is what you support. You're voting with your dollar. And when you vote for animals to be enslaved and beheaded, that system is what becomes abundant.
See, you're enslaved and beheaded.
Yeah, the animals. You think it's possible to behead an animal? Right, for optional products is kind of wrong. I can see you're having a little bit of conflict. How do you feel about me giving you a resource card to look more into this?
I would take it, but I probably wouldn't look into it.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you it
I'm
anyways.
being honest.
I'm going to hope it ends up in the right hands, this resource card. There's a link on here. If you take a picture of that, it'll take you to a film called Dominion. And that's what this sign is, too. Dominion.
So, am
Is
I
it-
getting this card?
Yep, that's yours.
Okay.
Um,
Take a picture of it. And
Take a
what
picture of
happens?
it and watch it on YouTube. There'll be a link on there. You can have someone, maybe who's more tech savvy, help you out.
Yeah, that's for
Um,
damn sure.
But it's going to show you the standard practice of how those animals are turned into products,
Well, I
right?
understand that, I mean, I went deer hunting one time, got a deer, hung him up. I didn't waste 1 inch of him,
Yeah.
he gave his all. And then I got thinking, they have a rough life out there in the woods,
Yeah.
trying to make ends meet.
Oh, so you're doing him a favor by killing him?
No,
Oh,
I didn't say that.
Just making sure.
I just went hunting, and then after that, I started thinking about him having it rough and whatnot out there in the woods. And so I never went hunting again.
Wow,
But
that's
I still
awesome.
eat meat.
Right, because you can recognize it,
Yeah.
That's something that our child heart tells to us, and we forgot over time, especially when it's sold on the shelves like it's an ordinary. There's body parts all over here, and
You
people.
ever in the military?
I wasn't. My dad served, but Yeah.
In the military, they feed you.
they do.
You eat what's in front of you.
And I don't think
It's
that's
a lot of meat products.
I'm sure it is, but that's not
mean-
ethical.
Well, I don't know. What do you mean? I don't understand that one.
Well, do you think we can really?
You don't have to eat it, but you got to be nourished enough to get up and fight.
Right. That's what I
And
am.
and I'm not saying you're weak. I'm saying
Right.
weak because you haven't got the nourishment.
You think that veganism won't give you the proper nutrients?
I didn't say that.
Okay, so you do
Because
believe
I
it.
know
I can
I
see you're
married
just
a woman
you're just
that was,
contemplating this.
Vegetarian. After a while, she changed.
Change.
Because your mother believed in being a vegetarian.
Right on.
So anyway, I got to get going.
Okay, well, yeah, you got a resource card there. Find someone tech savvy to help you out with that. If you've never thought about this before, then welcome to the movement, the vegan movement.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping. I appreciate it. How'd I do, folks? I think that was a great convo. A lot of older folks stopping by today. good to have a conversation with someone who's never heard of this stuff before and is honest. You're intellectually honest with this. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Nothing like good old honesty. You're well spoken. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Stand Beside Jordan. I appreciate that. Axel says, Dana.broccoli. I think you're doing great. Maybe just work on the closing a little bit more. On the closing, yeah, I'm not really following AV approach right now. Since it's a small town, there's a lot less conversations. So I kind of just let the conversations go for a while and see what happens. This isn't like a Anonymous for the Voiceless cube of truth where we have to 3 minutes and boot them out like it's Starbucks or something. But, so I'm having slightly longer conversations than I need to. And I think it's worth it. An ideal live stream is 2 hours, in my opinion. We're at an hour and 15. Hey guys, you have a couple of minutes? Got really sunny today. I'd love to have some people from a church come over and have a conversation. Because quite frankly, the Christian community looks ridiculous to the vegan community. Hello. I thought this was funny. It says, strange times, atheists are having to explain to Christians what Jesus actually preached. Made me laugh. Although I'm not an atheist, I definitely think that reminds me of vegans talking to religious people. No time. Lots of heads turning. What does the sign say? Hey, vegan sign guy. Says watch Dominion. Big ass Dominion QR code. Can't go wrong with it. I've gotten a few people to stop and take pictures. And I've had a couple conversations with some really old people. The vegan sign guy says, let's go, more signs. Nice, Daniel, time to invoke presents for them. Hell yeah, just saying hi. Back to work I go, all right, well, thanks for coming through. James, I appreciate your work. Keep doing the good stuff. It's fur, heifer. I'd love to have another conversation with someone. It's really easy to get people to take a picture. You just have to do a picture thing with your hand here. Dominion. Let's see. We are all here for the animals. Let's remember that. I agree, VSL. Some call me Fur says, I like your hoodie. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hello. Do you have a couple of minutes?
I'm afraid I don't.
Okay, no worries. Getting a lot of people come out seeing the signs. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, right on.
Got it.
Awesome. I love it. People are getting the link. My sign says, should animals have rights? And on the other side we have, watch Dominion. Welcome in if you're just getting here. This is my hometown, St. Helens, Oregon, and I decided about 4 weeks ago to start doing live streams out here, and it's going good. Talking to people about veganism, trying to make some change at the heart of the matter. We need more active vegans. 40-year-old vegan says, look at this legend out there for the animals. I try. I mean, I am an animal, so. Oregon, enough said. It is Oregon. Right now we're very blessed to not be getting rained on. It's usually really rainy or snowy this time of year. For those in the chat, if you're not vegan yet, do you know what you're supporting? Do you care what you're supporting? Do you understand how supply and demand works? If you're in the chat and you're not vegan, do you understand how supply and demand works? Because you're demanding animals be exploited for optional products. We're in a lull. I demanded cheeseburger. Someone supplied. Yeah, that's not very complex there, buddy boy. Would you demand for dogs? Would you demand poodle noodle soup? I would argue that poodle noodle soup would be unhealthy, unethical. Howdy. You have a couple minutes?
No.
I haven't, Casino says, I haven't demanded dog, but if they did, they would supply. Exactly my point. Who's to say you wouldn't demand me? How far are you going to take your violence? Or should we call it appetite? Uh-oh. 40-year-old vegan says Elwood Organic dog meats, he only eats poodles. That's messed up, 40. What did poodles ever do to you? They're weak, defenseless animals. There's no morally significant difference between dogs, pigs, cows, and chickens if they can all suffer. Then how can we justify paying for them to be farmed like plants? $2.28. Hey man, you got a couple minutes? In the zone. He didn't hear me, he's got his headphones in. Hey guys, do you guys have a minute?
Sure, what's up?
I'm doing a YouTube live interview. You want to try? All right, come on over. Come stand up here.
Actually, no, I'm not. No, we're not. We're in work uniform,
That's fair.
so I don't want to represent my job.
Okay.
I appreciate it, man. Have a good.
Yeah, you too. I don't want to like leave them with partial information and send them away, so instead I don't tell them what I'm doing. Hello. Do you have a couple of minutes?
What?
Do you have a couple of minutes?
I don't. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
You want to snap a photo and watch this film?
Like I said, that's the hurry.
All for the animals. Right. How are we doing? We got 26 people in the chat. Welcome in, you guys. If you're just joining, St. Helens, Oregon. We're doing street vegan outreach, showing the people that animals deserve moral consideration and that they're all being hypocrites because they seem to believe that animals do deserve moral consideration. How does that make any sense? Everybody's busy. You guys still trying to get Casino to go vegan? Come on, Casino. Think with your heart, not with your taste buds. Which is more important to you, a sandwich or an animal's life? Take a picture. Hello. You have a couple of minutes?
Can't really stay. Everyone plays.
Okay, that's fair. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. What in the world does that even mean anymore? Is it acceptable to farm humans for needless products? Yes or no? I think the ridiculous thing is people try to blame it on intelligence. Oh, it's okay to farm them because they're not intelligent. Think about how that sounds. Or maybe be morally consistent and admit that animals deserve respect, not exploitation. Take a picture. $2.34. Hi guys, you have a minute? David says, I'm going to lurk as I boil oats alive. What did the oats do to you? If we were raised on human meat, could walk into restaurants, grocery store, normal, yeah, I would eat humans. I would raise humans for meat. Oh, great. I love having psychopaths in the chat. Casino, can you Google the definition of a psychopath? And maybe post it in the chat so we can compare? Because I'm pretty sure the definition of a psychopath is someone who has no concern for those victimized. Interesting, interesting. Can you Google the definition of normal? If by normal you mean the same thing everyone else is doing, like a sheeple, then sure. Makes sense to me. Maybe I need to make like trifold pamphlets to hand out to people because there doesn't seem to be enough information on the topic. Lots of waiting around. I'd really love to get one more conversation before calling it a day, but we'll see. You can snap a photo of this if you'd like to see what I'm up to.
I'll do it, Ken. Have a good one.
That'd be great.
Thank you, Will.
Take care, you guys. They're coming out here on their work break, it looks like. What I like about this sign is wherever I hold it, I'm not covering stuff with my hands. It's an easy sign. Let's see, what time is it? 2:37. Probably gonna be out here for about 15-ish more minutes. We'll see what happens. It's so sad people going into the store and buying these horrific products. They have no idea how they're made. And they would boycott it in an instant if they saw. Feels like it's really clearing out all of a sudden. Whoops, the daisy, I just clicked something I didn't mean to. Hope I didn't just like block someone by accident. So I want to tell you guys about how I started getting into vegan activism, because I'm a super introverted person, or at least I consider myself introverted in the sense that when eyeballs are looking at me, it burns my skin. So here's how I started. I found an online chat website where you can chat with strangers, and I just started telling random people about veganism. And then eventually I found the AV approach, which was a lot more effective. But I like that method because you get to experience talking with real people from around the world who have all different flavors of cognitive dissonance, and it's good practice. Online chatting with people, it's really good practice. But the downside is how patient you have to be, because people want to use those online chats for one thing, and it's not vegan activism. So you're gonna have to do some skipping. But if you're serious about getting into vegan activism, you want to start speaking up, that is an excellent way. You can practice an approach method on random strangers. But be warned, it takes 10 times the patience as it does in person. I found people are more susceptible to a message when it's in person. How's my chat doing? Alive and well? From a spiritual perspective, I definitely think the golden rule is relevant, because I see all individuals as the same individual. That all individuals are manifested consciousness into a living, sentient body. And the golden rule is something that religious people should study more. Not just religious people, but non-religious people can practice and apply the golden rule. It's just common decency. You're not going to go around kicking people or kicking dogs or hurting people. You want to minimize the suffering done to others by you. Go vegan. It's the easy way. Yeah, Casino, do you think you can learn the golden rule while eating body parts? Do you think we should continue to teach future generations of kids, of children, that it's okay to eat body parts? I'd say it's unacceptable. Hello. You have a couple minutes? Okay. Chat. That's exciting. I might make it till 2 p.m. We'll see. We'll see how it's going. I'm grateful for dry weather. Let's take a picture of it. Oh, hi, birds. I don't have no food for you. I don't think you can feed birds protein cookies. They'd probably get all jacked. You guys can't see it, but the birds are swarming around my tripod. Hello. Do you have a couple minutes? Guess that's a no. Yeah, I'm gonna add a take picture thing on here and then like laminate the whole thing. Take a picture. I'd feel comfortable bringing footage out here and showing people directly, but I'd rather do that with a group, like cube style. The guy in the car, like, looked over and nodded at me like he appreciates what I'm doing or something. How we doing in the chat? What is up, y'all? Maddie Hatter says, I would say animal consumption is wrong because it has victims. That's a great way to put it. I thought it was obvious. Well, not for 24 years, I didn't. I'm gonna take a selfie. You guys ready to be in my selfie? I'll set this right here. Yo. There we go. Got the selfie. Smile, everyone. Maybe you can zoom in on the next thumbnail and see your guys' names. All right, we're almost done. I want to get some people to take pictures of this sign. Whoa, what's going on here? We got 29 likes. That's pretty cool. 14 people in the chat. Make sure you drop a like. If you guys are hanging out, drop a like. Show some support for the animals. If you support me, you support the animals directly because I care about them. Nothing. gosh, it got real busy all of a sudden. There's people everywhere. Welcome in, you guys. If you are just joining, we are out here talking to the public about veganism. It is the moral baseline, which means, morally speaking, the least you can do is leave them alone. It's not extra compassionate to leave animals alone and not murder them. These are optional products that we're talking about. Animals deserve respect. They deserve moral consideration. Go vegan for the animals. How we doing? We got 9 more minutes and then I'm ending it, unless I'm having a good conversation or something like that. But we're about to call it. I'm happy. We got, what, 3 conversations? Or 2? Oops. I'm just spacing off. I'm getting bored. You guys getting bored? How are you guys not bored watching me? My too. Why are you even here? Vegan activists aren't NPCs. What are we talking about? My too. Why aren't you vegan? Just spill the beans. Why aren't you vegan? Why don't you align your actions with your intentions? Respect animals. Or you think that animals don't deserve common decency? Could very well be true. A lot of people don't know about common decency. I will make it to 2 o'clock. 3. There's probably This is a small town, so there's probably a ton of people driving by who recognize me awkwardly. Dominion, screenshot it. If you're not vegan, take a screenshot. Look up that film and see what you're paying for. Exploitation means to take from, right? To take from without consent. So to take from the animals without consent is what exploitation is what vegans are against. Does it make sense? To comprendre? It's like we're having a little battle in the chat. Hey, do you have a couple minutes?
No, good thing.
Okay. All right, I think we're just about to call it. But before I leave, I got a surprise for you guys. I'm gonna do a front flip. You guys want to see a front flip? Let's do front flip. Just gotta find the right spot. Right here. I'm gonna do a front flip. Right there. It's gonna be intense. All right, but the only thing is, if you have not liked the chat already, if I do a front flip successfully here off of a metal rail onto the concrete, then you guys have to drop a like. You have to. Oh yeah, yeah. Put my mic in. I'm gonna take my jacket off too. Uh-oh, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Take a picture of this. There we go. Get more pictures. There we go. Get more pictures. People gotta know. People gotta know. All right. Let me see if my mic will stay on while I do this front flip. I'm serious about this front flip. I hope you guys are serious about watching me do it. Okay, here we go. Oh gosh, I'm not warm up. All right, here we go. I'm gonna jump up right here and front flip. Let's go. And I know I'm gonna lose the beanie, so. Bam. The mic stayed. What's up? All right, y'all, I want to thank you for joining my vegan chat and being a part of this. It has been very real, talking with the public. And thanks for talking with some of the other vegans in the chat and doing what you can. Remember, the number one regret that vegans will have in 2026 is not being more active, not speaking up. Let's speak up. Thanks, y'all. Take care.